Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel sfdcpractice.com. Today we are going to discuss about object in Salesforce, how we can create the custom object in Salesforce, and also we will try to create custom field in a object. So in Salesforce, object is nothing but a data table in which you can store your data in form of records. For example, you want to store the data of a student, so you can create a object as a student, and you also can create the custom object like student name, roll number, address of the student, father's name, mother's name, etc. We will discuss this in detail in our next slide, and also we will show a demo to you how we can create the custom object and the fields, and how we can create the records in a object. Basically there are two types of object, like standard object and custom object. Standard objects are the objects which are provided by the Salesforce itself. We do not need to create standard object. And custom objects are the objects which you have to create according to your need. Standard object, you will get some pre-created standard fields, but you also can create your custom fields according to your need in a standard object. In a custom object, you also get some standard fields like name, last modified date, last modified by created date. You also can add your custom fields in a custom object as well. But you cannot modify the data for last modified or last modified by or created date like that. So we will discuss in detail how what is the table and how we can store the data in our Salesforce. So maybe you can get a better idea after understanding this table. So you can understand with this table. Here we have column as student name, row second column as roll number, third column as father name, and fourth column as mother name. And this is the information. We can say these are the records. We have three records in this table: one, two, three. So all these rows are called records in our Salesforce system, and these column names are called the fields name in our object. And the whole name of this table is called object. So we can say this table is the student table. So in our Salesforce, it will be called as object. And all these columns are the custom fields in our object in Salesforce. So maybe you will get the better idea about object and the fields in our Salesforce system. So now let's move to our Salesforce platform and get the demo how we can create the custom object and the field. So guys, now I'm going to logging in Salesforce instance. Meanwhile, please subscribe my YouTube channel and hit the like button. Also hit the bell icon to get the notification. So guys, I have logged into our Salesforce instance. So let's move ahead. This is the setup page. Here you can get this home tab, and you can get all these options here. But we need to move to object manager, as we are going to create a custom object. So when you click on this object manager, you will get some options here, and you will get all the objects listed here. Okay, so to create a custom object, we need to go this button create, and here you will get the option custom object and the custom object from spreadsheet. So custom object, you can create the custom object on the go, and using this option you can create the custom object using your spreadsheets. Means you have the data in your spreadsheet, and from there you can create the custom object. So I'll create a separate video, means how you can create the object using the spreadsheet. For now, click on this custom object. So when you click on that button, so you will get this page. There are some required fields and some are the optionals. So for level, you can put your object name. So when you click on this, when you enter the level, and came when you enter this level. So this object name will be auto populated. Now you can enter the plural level as student. Okay. In description, you can just enter some details here, like this object is used to store the student data. Okay. So using this description, we can identify the use of this custom object. For help setting, leave it as it is, and for record name, you can change this record name as well, but I'm leaving it as it is. And data type, you can select the auto number as well, but for now I'm using the text one. For auto number, it's the number which increment whenever you create a new record. For example, you have created the 10 records and now you are going to create another record. So your record name would be the 11th. So you can use the auto number when you want to count your records, how many records you have created till now. So currently in this example, we are using the text. So I'm leaving all these by default. Allow search, click on this allow search so that you can search this object. And also I'm clicking on this launch new custom tab wizard after saving this custom object. So when I click on this save button, there will be a page custom tab. So I need to create a custom tab for this object. I will explain what is tab in a while. So now I'm going to just click on this save button. Okay. So we will get this page new custom object tab because I have selected that one, that option which I have explained earlier. So you can see this object is by default selected, and tab style, we need to select a tab style. There are lots of tab styles, you can select anyone. I'm just selecting the book. Okay. Description, I'm leaving blank. You can put any details. Okay. Now apply one tab visibility to all profiles. So this part is comes under the security. Okay. So if you want to available this tab for all the profiles, so you can use this option. So I'm leaving it as default for now. I'll explain all these about uh, all these profiles and other security things in our another videos. So click on next button now, leave it as by default, and click on save. So our custom object has created. So you can check this API name student underscore underscore C. So using this underscore underscore C, you can identify this object is a custom object or this is a standard object. So you can identify using this underscore underscore C. Now we need to create the fields, right? So to create the fields, we can go this field and relationship option. So you here you can see we got some by default field which created by Salesforce only, like a student name. So this the API name of this student name is name, like, and the owner last modified by created by. So all these fields are there, and you cannot modify these fields. Okay, now I need to create a new field like student roll number. To create the student roll number, we are storing the roll number as a number. So I'll select the data type as number here, click on next button, enter the name of that field, roll number, length. You can select according to your requirement. I'm selecting length as 10, and we don't need decimal places, so I'm putting here 0. Also, you can put the description here. And I'm putting the same text in help text as well, so that when you enter the data in this field, you can get the help using this text. I'll show you how we can use this help text when we create the records. So move to the next point, required. So if you want to make this roll number as required, right? So you can click on this required button, and if you also want to this roll number as unique, so you can check on this unique option. Obviously, means roll number we want to make this field as a unique, because roll number could not be assigned to another student. So I'm selecting this unique as well. And external id is used to store the external data information. So I'll explain in another videos about external ids and api predictions, right? So leave it all the things as by default, click on this next button, click next, and save and new, because we want to create another fields as well. So I'm clicking on save and new. But if you don't want to create another field, so you can click on this save as well. We have created the roll number, student name. I want to create the field father's name. So father's name would be a text field. So I'm going to select this text field data type as well. Data type, I'm putting the length as 50. You can put any length according to your requirement here. Maximum length would be 255 characters here. I'm leaving this description field as blank, help as blank. I want to make this field as required. I don't want to make this field as unique. Okay, so leaving all other fields as by default, clicking on this next button, clicking on this next, save and new. Now I'm going to create a field as mother name. Let me length as 50, leaving this field as it is, making this field as required. In next, next, save. Oh, I also need to create a field for to store the address, right? So I'm just going to create another field to store the address of the student. So this would be a text field, right? So I'm selecting the text, click next, address, length I'm selecting 200, leaving all the fields as it is, next, next, save. Okay, so we got all the fields here. So you can identify easily which field is the standard field and which field is the custom field using this. If it's a custom field, so you will get the underscore C by default, like this. And if it's a standard fields, it will not contain underscore C. So now we are going to create the records for our object. So using this app launcher, you can select, you can click on this these nine dots, and you can search for your object. Keep in mind, if you haven't created the tab, you will not get this option. So if you want to use these, use your object here, you have to create a tab first, and after that you can use your object. On this, when you when you click on this student tab, you will get this page. Here you can get the recently viewed records and the all records, but currently we do not have any record in our student object. So create the so now we are going to create a new record. Click on this new button, put the name XYZ, roll number is 123, father name is ABC, mother name is MN, address is something like. Okay, so when you have entered all the required details, you can click on this save button, and you will get the record here. Now you can edit this information, click on these buttons or this button as well. You can get the details like who has created this record, who has last modified by, and the time as well. So guys, that's all for today. Guys, if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, please subscribe this channel to get the real time update. Also hit the like button and also hit the bell icon to get the notification. Thank you very much. See you soon.